On a quiet cul-de-sac in Maplewood, New Jersey, the Richardson home looked like every other in the neighborhood. Fresh lawn porch swing, friendly neighbors. But sometimes, the scariest stories happened behind the safest-looking doors. It was a Friday afternoon when 8-year-old Lily packed her pink backpack and hugged her mom goodbye. She was heading for a weekend sleepover at her best friend Ava's place. Same grade, same school, practically inseparable. Lily's mom, Vanessa, hesitated before pulling away. "Is Dylan home?" she asked Ava's mom, Cheryl. Cheryl smiled. "A little too quickly, he's upstairs. But don't worry, he's older now. Calmer. Older, not better. See, last summer Dylan had been suspended from school for shoving another kid into the lockers so hard they needed stitches. He's just misunderstood," Cheryl always said. Translation: unpredictable. Cut to Friday night. The incident begins. The evening started fine. Movies, pizza, pillow fights. But around 10:30 p.m., Cheryl went out to run an errand. Ava's dad was asleep on the couch, and Dylan came downstairs. Lily would later say his mood was strange. Too quiet, watching, but not playing. They were setting up Monopoly when Dylan snatched a game piece from Lily. She tried to take it back. He whispered something, but she couldn't hear it. Then, without warning, he grabbed her wrist. Hard. Ava froze. Lily tried to pull away. That's when Dylan shoved her backwards. She hit the side of the wooden coffee table, landing hard. The sound wasn't loud, but it was sharp, and that's when Ava called her mom, screaming. Cut to hospital room. Midnight. Vanessa rushed into the ER, her heart in her throat. Lily had a small cut over her brow, and a deep bruise forming on her arm. The doctor's report said the injuries were consistent with blunt force trauma. But Cheryl insisted Lily tripped. The girls were just being silly, she said. Vanessa didn't buy it. Not for a second. As she drove home with her daughter asleep in the back seat, one question echoed in her mind. Why did you leave her alone with him after what happened last summer? Because when trust is broken once, it should never be given again. They said it was an accident, but the bruises told a different story, and the doctor, he didn't believe the version Ava's mom begged him to write down. The fluorescent lights buzzed softly above Lily's hospital bed. Her arm was in a sling. A bandage stretched across her brow, and her face, usually bright, was blank. Not angry, not crying, just quiet. Vanessa stood frozen by the door. Her daughter looked like a stranger. The nurse walked in holding a clipboard, and whispered gently, "The doctor will be in shortly. We had to file an injury report." Ava's mom, Cheryl, stood at the foot of the bed, trying hard to smile. "Kids are clumsy," she said. "It all happened so fast." Vanessa didn't say a word, but her eyes were screaming. Flashback. The story unravels. Later that day, Vanessa sat down with Lily at home, wrapped in blankets and sipping hot chocolate. Carefully, gently, she asked what really happened, and Lily told her. "Dylan got mad," she said quietly. "He said I talked too much. Then he pushed me. I think he wanted to scare me." Vanessa's stomach dropped. That wasn't a trip. That wasn't silly roughhousing. That was a warning shot from someone who'd done this before, and gotten away with. Cut to doctor's office. Medical clarity. At the follow-up visit, the pediatrician asked a few routine questions. When he examined the bruising pattern, his tone shifted. "These are defensive injuries," he muttered. "You're telling me she fell backward?" Vanessa nodded. "That's what they said." The doctor didn't respond right away. He just checked a box, looked up and said, "I'm going to document what I see, just in case." Scene shift. Confrontation brewing. Meanwhile, Cheryl had started texting. First friendly check-ins, then apology, then warnings. "We're friends, Vanessa. This doesn't have to go legal. Think of the girls." But Vanessa wasn't thinking about friendship anymore. She was thinking about how her daughter had walked into that house with a smile, and come home with blood on her shirt. And the worst part, nobody said a thing. They told her to drop it, to move on, but when it comes to your child's safety, silence is not strength. And Vanessa was done being quiet. In Maplewood, people talk fast, until it's about someone they know. Then suddenly nobody remembers anything. "Oh, I wasn't there. He's a good kid. Let's not stir things up." Vanessa had heard it all. The moment she mentioned Dylan's name, the air changed. She wasn't looking for revenge. She wanted accountability. But in this town, Protecting your own meant pretending nothing happened. Cut to Cheryl's living room. Boiling point. It was supposed to be a conversation. Civil, calm. Just two mothers. Cheryl poured coffee like they were old friends. Dylan didn't mean it. He didn't know his strength. Vanessa didn't even sip the drink. He's hurt someone before. You know that. That was different. No, it was ignored. Like this. That's when Cheryl's tone shifted. You're not really thinking of taking this to court, are you? Vanessa didn't flinch. You think I won't go to court over this? Watch me. Scene shift. Courtroom drama begins. 2 weeks later the case was filed. Not criminal but civil. Enough to shine a light on what happened. Enough to make them answer. In court, Cheryl cried. Said it was a misunderstanding. Ava cried too, clutching her stuffed animal on the witness stand. But then came the medical report. The testimony from the pediatrician. The ER nurse's description of Lily's fear. And finally, Lily's own quiet words to the judge. I told them he scared me, but they didn't stop. Final scene. Verdict and closure. The judge didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. The evidence suggests negligence. You knowingly allowed a pattern of behavior to continue, resulting in harm. You are liable. Vanessa didn't celebrate. She just held her daughter's hand. Because justice isn't about winning. It's about making sure no other little girl ever walks into that house with a smile and walks out with a scar.